Yeah, so I used to have these conversations, right? Conversations with my siblings, conversation with friends and stuff, right? And increasingly lately, like especially over these past few months, like it's been hitting left and right about judgment. Like, what is judgment? What does that look like, right? If you watched the previous video, to judge literally means to assess, right? To assess a situation, to assess a circumstance, to assess. How do you assess? How do you judge? You judge based off of how we use our senses, right? What we see, what we taste, what we feel, what we smell, what we hear. That is how we understand how to judge, how to assess our situations. If you're in an environment where you feeling is that you are unsafe, right? Then you have to assess, judge why you feel unsafe. You have to figure out if it's that environment. You have to figure out if it's a specific person. You have to figure out if it's a certain trauma or trigger from your past. You have to figure out, assess, judge why you feel unsafe in that space, right? And so I remember like these conversations that kept coming up, and I remember having conversations with people, and I would tell them, like, I do judge. Like, it's inhumane to think that we don't judge. To judge means to assess, right? And so people are like I used to get ridiculed all the time, and people were like, oh, you're so judgmental. I am judgmental. To be judgmental, literally, and now stay with me for a second, y'all. I am judgmental. I literally assess everything around me at all times. I do that for the betterment of my being. I do that for my safety. I do that for my loved ones' safety. I do that for my best interest, right? If I'm in an environment that does not suit the best interest of who I am and what God is asking or calling me to do or be, then I must always be aware, assess, judge, right? It's like, so I'm watching this show. It's Station 19 and they're firefighters, right? Those firefighters have to trust that one another's mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual state of being is intact enough that they're going to be able to watch and have the other person's back, right? So in order for them to be able to continue to trust their people, they have to make sure that every day they come and get on shift, they have a 24-hour shift. If every day they come and make sure that their partners are in alignment with their better selves, right? So that they can make the best judgment call, so that they can make the best decisions, so that they can know that they're not going to be putting one or the other person's life, whether it's the people that they work with or the people that they're coming to save. They have to make sure that they're not putting no one's life at risk or in danger, in harm's way. So that's literally what it means to judge a person's mental. That's what it means to be judgmental. And it used to frustrate me so much. And I'm just like, but I'm not. And the thing that I had to recognize was I was thinking along the lines of condescending. To be condescending means to look down upon another or to misjudge or mistreat another person because of their situation or because of their circumstance or because of certain decisions that they've made, right? And so the reality is I am judgmental. I just am not condescending. I don't look down at a person because of where they are in their life or where they came from or because of where they're headed, right? But I do judge and assess where that person is so I can know how to adapt. It's the essence of knowing your child, right? Knowing your child's strengths and knowing your child's weaknesses. Knowing the things that's going to piss your boss off at work and knowing the things that's going to help your boss flourish at work, right? So it's just a matter of knowing a person's mental, emotional, physical state of being so that we can know how to flourish with one another. We've wrapped our mindsets and we've wrapped ourselves around this belief that if we judge it's wrong. No. I tell people all the time, I judge. I'm very judgmental. I'm gonna judge everything and everything that I can judge as much as I possibly can until I trust that it's where it needs to be in order for me to be safe, in order for me to be in a healed environment, in order for me to be comfortable, right? We have to get away from this mindset of feeling like of making ourselves feel bad for feeling something instead of feeling what we feel, right? Sensing what we sense. If we see something is wrong or something is off, if we feel something is not the way it should be, if we hear something, right, that needs to change or needs to be fixed, we have to get away from feeling bad or feeling wrong for wanting to correct that thing or realign that thing into the best interest or what it needs to be. Y'all, it's okay to judge. What's not okay is to be condescending, meaning to look down upon another person because of something that they've gone through or because something that they're currently experiencing or because of decisions that they may currently be making, right? It's not our job or our duty or our responsibility to make them feel bad, because making them feel bad for where they already are is not going to help the situation. So I don't know who this message is for, y'all. Seriously. It's okay to judge. It's okay to be judgmental. Literally, to be judgmental means to judge a person's mental state of being. Therapists, counselors, doctors, they do it all the time and they get paid to do it. So who says that you can't do it? Who says that you can't judge, assess, right? Use the senses that God gave you to assess a situation, a circumstance, an environment. The people with the best responses, as far as like police officers or firefighters, those instincts, people who use their intuition are the people who use, hear somebody, people who use the senses that were given to them. They use how they feel to their advantage. They use what they see to their advantage. They use what they hear to their advantage. They use their senses to their advantage, and they put the assessments that they have placed all together, and they make an accurate and informed decision. Hello, somebody. Whoever that message is for, listen to me. We have to get back to the manner of feeling like it's okay, because to judge literally means to assess. You assess by using your senses. Your senses: hear, touch, feel, smell, taste. They're ours for a reason. You use them or you lose them. You use them or you lose them. That's the message, my beauties. I love y'all. Peace and love all. It's your girl, Danae. Deuces.